Blade and Sorcery just got one of, if not the biggest update it's ever had. Fear not, you'll see all of them in this video. The best part of it is that it gives us a glimpse into the future of this insanely fun and very disturbing game. And that future is amazing. Well, not for this guy. I'm Andy, and these are the official patch notes for the U11 update in Blade and Sorcery. Many of these updates will be available on both Quest 2 in the Nomad version of the game, as well as Steam and Oculus on PC VR. Some graphical enhancements are only coming to PC VR, but I'll put a little Quest and Steam icons here in the corner so you know what's available where. First, I want to show you some of the new fighting animations, and even cooler than that, death animations for the enemies you'll be completely obliterating with your awesome moves. I believe some of the death animations were already available, but now they're officially released, and boy are they cool. It's funny how a small thing like an enemy naturally covering his mortal wound before drifting off to Neverland makes so much of a difference in immersion. But I'm in love all over again with doing random, evil and frankly disgusting things to these poor textured chunks of code. Quick side note, would you guys enjoy non-scripted videos of me just being a complete sicko in this game? Let me know in the comments below because I think it could be fun. Next up, massive updates to stealth, which stacks very nicely on top of the new animations, allowing you to really get those Assassin's Creed vibes going even more. The developers say that it wasn't supposed to be a feature, but players really wanted it, so it became a feature, and mad respect for that, my dudes. The patch notes state that their new revamp works by lightness, darkness, enemy FOV, and sound. Despite what many of us may have thought, crouching does not make you harder to get spotted. It does reduce your speed, so the volume of your footsteps is lower, but you can just walk slower while standing to achieve the same benefit. Going back to the Ezio vibes, you can now stealth kill your enemies before they even get a chance to call for help. But make sure to drop them carefully because the thump of their armor on the ground might alert his buddies. Oh, and you can now also hold your hand over their mouth to muffle them and, I guess, all sorts of other stuff. Okay, now for the biggest, craziest part of this update, the new magic elements, and there are quite a few. To kick things off, all of the spells got a cosmetic upgrade on both Quest 2 and PC, with imbues looking better, particles being more detailed, and trail and smoke effects feeling more real than ever. I mean, look at that sword, you can't tell me that doesn't look incredible. First off, the fire spell, which we can now finally merge to create what the devs are calling a fiery meteor that will explode and devastate a large area, sending enemies and objects hurtling. And sweet mother of Vecna, that's an understatement. This thing packs a serious blast and looks insane, even on Quest 2. Imagine launching this while wearing a B-haptics vest, what a rush that would be. Next up, fire-imbued staffs can now sling fireballs from the crystal tip, which was possible before U11 2 as an Easter egg, but now it's official, polished, and feels badass. Last but not least for fire, slamming your staff into the ground triggers the twin firebolt effect, causing fireballs to shoot from the staff and seek out the nearest enemies. Oh, I like that. I really like that. Moving on to lightning, it now has electric conductivity mechanics, making the bolts bounce to nearby metal targets, so if your enemies all have swords, well, they're gonna have a jolly good time. Welcome to Blade and Sorcery Fried NPCs, I'm Randy, can I take your order? So not only can you now merge two fireballs into one huge burst of happiness, but you can also do it with lightning, creating a lightning beam that allows you to shoot concentrated electricity by extending your arms and facing your palms outwards. Oh, that is savage. How is it even a fair fight anymore? Oh, before we do that, there are two new staff mechanics, a slam effect and a lightning arc. Both seem pretty cool, so let's try this out. Boy oh boy, I'm so excited about this one. Gravity just got a bunch of new things, and I'm gonna start with the coolest ones, Gravity Hover and Jump. Oh, Tony, are you proud of me, Tony? Look at me, mama, I'm flying like Iron Man. These two combined with a bit of cheating equals a guaranteed good time. I mean, come on. Last but not least for gravity is that staffs imbued with it can now whip up objects and suspend them, basically allowing you to have almost a makeshift wireless Thor's hammer that ran out of batteries. Oh, I take it back, 10 out of 10 would use again, this is awesome. Okay, now's when things get interesting, because we have a number of new systems that give us a glimpse into where the developers want to take Blade and Sorcery, and I'm really excited. First up, we have a new clothing system, and specifically armor. The armor works for you the same way as it does for your enemies, so it cancels out slash damage, but blunt damage or getting hit in between the elements of your armor will still get you to the upside down faster than Stranger Things Season 4. You can equip armor either from the weapons book or even better directly in front of the mirror like the narcissist you are. Oh yes, oh who's that gorgeous savage of a man? Miss, does this come in lavender by any chance? Anyway, the armor is otherwise simply cosmetic at this point with no impact depending on the weight or type of the armor. Next up, the new inventory system, which finally gives us the option of taking potions into the dungeons without taking up a weapon slot or two. To access the inventory, just place your hand to your chest and press the spell button and you'll see the new inventory UI. The way to navigate this is a bit weird at first, but the devs say it's supposed to be by rotating your arm like twisting a screwdriver, which aims to simulate a sort of rummaging around your inventory. You can also customize a few things for it in the options. Now I'll quickfire through the next 10 additions and then I'll explain why all of these will have a huge impact over time. We have doors. Wow. Water is now splashable. Better graphics, but just on PC. New rooms in the dungeons mode. Citadel looks better and doesn't make your PC cry. New weapons. Meh. No more randomly dropping your weapons. Disarming now works properly. Going down ropey is now smoother with this wheel and handles thingy which you'll always have in your inventory. Change the vibe of the game with the new color correction profiles or LUTs. Phew, that was quite a bit to go through. But as you could tell, all of them add to the experience, making it more immersive, more meaningful, and a better overall platform for the upcoming progression mode, skill tree, weapons and armor shop, and of course loot. You dirty thief. I really look forward to letting my imagination run wild with this new awesome update. Don't forget to tell me if you think you'd enjoy watching me descend into insanity lower and lower while playing this game. That being said, really hope this video was fun for you. Help me out with a like if it was, and I'll see you around in the next one. Cheers, guys.